Since many of you asked me to create a tutorial about swap images for Cargo 3, here it is. So we're gonna learn how to change images on hover, how to organize them into columns, and how to make them clickable. So let's begin. Now we are on Cargo and I've already uploaded some images. So the first step is to add columns. I'm going to use 3 columns and gutter equals 1, but you can change that. Just remember that it's actually a little bit easier when you set it before you're uploading your images than afterwards. It's possible to change that, but yeah, just a little advice to set it first. And next thing to do is to grab your image and place it inside of the column. So this is going to be the first image, the second one, and the third one. Next image, the one which we're going to swap, we're going to place somewhere beneath of the first one. Note that if I drag it too close to the center, it's going to basically replace the same image. This is not what we want. Just be careful and place it somewhere beneath. So here are our images, and the second one is going to be our cover, so the bottom one. But the first one is we're going to reveal on hover, and for that reason I need to replace these 2 images, and this is pretty easy. Alright, everything is set, and next step is to go to the code pen. You'll find the link below. This is a code we're gonna work with, and we will start with an HTML part. So this is basically just a reference, and you need to copy only line number 8. So let's go back to Cargo, open code view, and this is what you should see. If for some reason you accidentally click enter or something and you see any breaks or any other elements in between of your 2 images, you're gonna remove them. So everything should be clear and there should be nothing in between of these 2 images. So here it is. And right before the first image, you're gonna paste what you just copied. So this is an opening part of the tag, and you also need to close it, and you're gonna close it straight after the second image. So this is how we close the tag. And you see that nothing is red anymore, and this is important because if you see anything red, that means that you made a mistake, and just be careful. Alright, then you need to repeat the same thing for each group of images. So we're gonna open the tag and we're gonna close the tag. And once again, opening the tag and closing the tag. And before we move to CSS part, let me actually disable zoom for every single image. In case you want to keep it, well, you can actually make them clickable on zoom, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna work since we're gonna actually make them to be links. Alright, so now HTML part is ready, and let's go back to the code pen. The CSS part is going to be a lot easier, so you just need to grab the whole thing and go back to Cargo. Open code view again and move to CSS tab. Then you need to paste it somewhere beneath some CSS, which you already see here, and it's gonna immediately work. One important thing to mention is that all images are gonna be cut if they don't match sizes. So they're gonna take shape of the very first image, and probably you need to prepare them before uploading so they at least have similar ratios. On the last step, let's make them clickable. So select the first image, then go to this link icon and choose the page you want. Alright, let's do the same for the second image, and it's gonna be page, and the third image. So to make sure that the page are linked correctly, you can just publish and test it. Also, you can go to the code view and click on the first image, and you will see that now we have class linked and hyperreference set to the page which you choose. But the second image is going to be empty because, well, basically we don't really need it to be linked to anywhere, only the second one, the first one. So the links are ready, and probably one more thing which I want to show you is how to replace images or how to add more rows. If at some point of the time you want to change your images, it's going to be pretty tricky if you're going to just grab and move them. So let me show you the safest and the easiest way to do so. Imagine that I'm going to replace the second image with any new one, so let's select the new image and place it anywhere randomly on the page, then click the 3 dots and open HTML view. You may notice that each media item has a unique identifier called hash, so you just need to copy this part, then you can remove this item and go back to our grid. and find the image which you want to be replaced. So click on this image and replace only the hash part. Make sure that everything else stays the same. And now you see that we safely replaced the images. And if you need to add more rows, you can just copy the row we've just created and paste it beneath. And now all you need to do is to replace the images. So I think your website is ready. Let me know what other tutorials you want me to record, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.